Are you ready for a bicycle adventure of a lifetime? If you want a bicycle adventure that's safe, off the open road, and on a path, an adventure that will take you to beautiful and interesting sights, we're taking you along on the Great Allegheny Passage, the Gap. We'll share where to stop, where to stay, and a great transportation plan. Today's trip on the Great Allegheny Passage, the Gap, started in Connellsville, Pennsylvania, and will end 44 miles later in Rockwood, PA. If you missed the first part of the Gap in our last episode, we recommend you watch that so you can see where to start in Pittsburgh, along with great hints to plan the start of your trip on the Gap. First bridge of the day. You can see how this was a bridge for a railroad. Called the Great Gorge.
Yeah.
Some whitewater rafting down there. This is another one of our favorite activities to do.
Yeah.
This reminds me of our Pennsylvania trip down. What was the name of that? Can't remember.
Yeah.
We'll put a link to it, video that we've already released, doing some whitewater rafting in Pennsylvania.
Oh, was that? Okay, go ahead.
17 miles in, and it was time for a break in Ohio Pile. John's got a story to tell.
Pulled in the Ohio Pile, a little restaurant in the corner, looked pretty neat. Had a sandwich. Got back on the bike to go to the Cucumber Falls and heard a noise out of my tire. Took a look. Going flat on me, going up a hill. So we tried to change it. We walked our bikes up the hill and tried to change it at the falls. Got the tire off, which was probably the hardest thing to do. Take the tire off the rim. Tried to do the CO2 compression air and couldn't get that to work. We knew there was a bike shop in town there when we drove by that restaurant. So Julie kept on looking for people that might be able to give us a ride, and there was a couple that walking up the path, and Julie, hey, you guys own that Chevy truck there? Yeah. Could you give us a ride to the bike path or bike shop? They hesitated for a second, but they said sure. Gave us a ride back into town and dropped us off at the shop, and the shop was nice enough to inflate the tire and put the tire back on for us. So
we didn't get to see the falls though.
Did not get to see the falls. We probably should have done that first before we attempted the tires, but then we probably wouldn't have got a ride.
Right.
But
at least we found someone to take us.
Yep.
Could have been
people that throw thumbtacks and nails on the ground and think it doesn't hurt anything. It takes 2 hours out of somebody's bike trip for sure.
Yeah, that was a thumbtack, right? A thumbtack. Gee, many Christmas, right where all those bikes were. All right.
Nice people on the trail there. A lot of people willing to help each other. That's the nice thing about biking and hiking. See the nice things in people.
2 miles. Let's go. Let's go.
You can do it.
You can do it too. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Point 3, point 2.
Continue
Rockwood.
straight onto Evergreen Drive, then turn right onto Rockdale Road.
I think that's a house.
Turn right onto Rockdale Road, then your destination will be on the
This
right.
is it. Hallelujah.
Your destination is on the right.
Your name is on the door. Oh, on your door. I remember saying that. And there's cookies and water for us. Hopefully this is ours. Julie. Okay. Just a single bed. And a mirror. And a small little bathroom. No air conditioning. Okay. This will do. Right across from the bed and breakfast is the American Legion. It says we can eat there, so here's hoping they let us in.
Alright, so we stayed at the bread and breakfast across the road here, and just in the mood not to travel too far. Didn't want to walk, definitely didn't want to get back on the bike. So they provided a list of restaurants, food opportunities. To get in, you have to have a member. They let us in because we stayed across the street. Fortunate enough to be able to get in.
Yep.
Now we can go back to the bed and breakfast and relax for a while.
Let's go. It's right across the street.
I can't stop. I tell you what, sitting has become a challenge, people.
Day 2 done.
Done.
On the Great Allegheny Passage. One more day to go. How many miles?
Oh, I'm going to say it's going to be at least 45.
There are some neat things tomorrow that I'm looking forward to seeing. Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah. Continental Divide.
Yes.
Should be crossing the Continental Divide.
Oh. We're going to be going through a really big tunnel.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
And on the other side of the tunnel goes down.
So, but don't we have a climb? Is the tunnel the climb?
We've been climbing the whole time.
I know, but we still have a climb.
The climb is not in the tunnel.
It's not the tunnel.
It's to the tunnel.
The climb is to the tunnel, and then once we get through the tunnel, we should be.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Be safe on our trip today and get us to the train on time. Amen. Let's go. A lot of other YouTube videos I saw said that when you get to Myersdale, you have to go down the hill to get any Gap merchandise, but you can get it right here at Myersdale Area Historical Society if you get here between the hours of 9 to 4:30. So it's a great place, and they have a nice little museum in there for the kids with, or if you're interested in trains. Great place to stop, fill up your water.
This is the Bowman Bridge. It's one of the last iron bridges still erected. We are following a railroad trail, so you're going to hear that once in a while. But it's an 81. That's an 81-foot wrought iron steel bridge, and it's one of the last remaining. They say it was easy to erect because each part was numbered, kind of like how we put things together. So it was easy for unskilled laborers to put this bridge together. But the bridge was rescued and moved a second time in 2006 to serve as a bridge for the Great Allegheny Passage. It is listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
How many miles? 8 miles to Big Savage Tunnel. Eastern Continental Divide. And here's the map. You have reached the high point of the Great Allegheny Passage, 2,392 feet above sea level. And here's where we started. Woo! Here we are. There's John and Julie, our next trail. And it's downhill from here, baby. Downhill from here. We're now leaving the Continental Divide.
Yes. Downhill to Cumberland. Thank goodness we made it this far.
What a nice smile.
All
right, let's do this.
Next is the Mason-Dixon line.
No, next is the Big Savage Tunnel.
Oh, next is this. All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, let's do this.
Downhill.
Downhill, let's go.
Oh. No, we're good, thanks.
Thank you.
The rubber cap that seals it all.
It's literally starting downhill. All right. Woo! Yeah.
So this is the Big Savage Tunnel, named after surveyor and inventor Thomas Savage. Pretty cool here. You can feel the cool breeze coming through there. And what I think is amazing, that this tunnel is over 3,000 feet, 3,126, I think, to be exact. So that's well over a half a mile that they dug through this tunnel back in the early 1900s. Amazing to me.
There's some lights in it. We went through a short tunnel before. It's kind of scary.
So they updated the electric work in this in the 90s and early 2000s to make it passable for hikers and bikers. But yeah, I'm on the other side, on the east side here. They say you can see 4 states, so I'd like to stop there and see that.
Okay, let's go check. All right, we made it through. Oh God, look at that view. Here we are, right here. See that? Over there, Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's back to the east.
Okay, straight ahead, Maryland.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. Over on this side, Washington, D.C., and maybe over there, Delaware. So I don't know about 4 states, but definitely Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is going fast down, isn't it?
My butt isn't as sore right now.
Can you imagine riding up this hill for 20 miles?
One guy at the Continental Divide said, next time going from Pittsburgh.
I think this is the right decision. Pittsburgh to Cumberland. That's pretty fast.
It was. 3 days back to back. Interesting note. I'm not sure if I knew this history-wise, but the reason that this Mason and Dixon line was created was because of a dispute between 2 British colonists disputing land. The courts decided that a boundary needed to be placed between the 2 families, and Mason and Dixon were the surveyors that were hired to do this. Probably one of the most famous boundary lines in the world today. They say there are still some rocks left today that Mason and Dixon placed, boulders placed along the line.
Interesting.
Yep.
13 miles. Going pretty fast down this hill. 3 minutes mile. That is fast. Wow. I think we're getting close.
Mountains up there.
Yeah, cool. Great Allegheny Passage.
Gotta be a marker, Julie.
At this point, put Canal Place Historical Park in Cumberland in your GPS to find the ending point of the gap. Right here. I don't, it's right here. It says the circle. See it? In the road. Mile 0.
Where does it say 0?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Great Allegheny Passage, mile 0. If you want a picture of where you went, you go on the other side.
It's a little deceiving once you cross that road up there. You got to come another 1/10 of a mile or so.
Yeah. Now we are headed to the train station, right?
Let's go, please.
Okay, let's go. The Amtrak station is open 9:10 to 10:20 a.m. and 6:40 to 7:20 p.m. So don't get here before then because they won't let you in. So what time is it now? 3 o'clock?
3:30.
Okay, now it's time to find something to eat. You'll have to ride your bike through town to get to the train station, and there are plenty of places to eat in town. We enjoyed the Baltimore Street Grill. Planning your bike adventure on the Gap will need to start where ours is ending, by planning your transportation back to your starting point on the Amtrak train. The Amtrak train will take you from Cumberland back to Pittsburgh, but they only transport a limited number of bicycles in each trip. So it's really important that you buy your tickets in advance and make sure you book your bicycle as well as your Amtrak ticket. A one-way ticket is about $40 and bike transport is about $20.
We are on our train back to Pittsburgh, saying goodbye to Cumberland, Maryland. Looks like it's going to be over a 4-hour trip to Pittsburgh.
Again, we highly recommend taking the train back. The seats were comfortable and spacious, and it was a great way to get some rest before returning to our starting point. We hope you've been inspired to plan your own bicycle adventure of a lifetime on the Great Allegheny Passage, the Gap, biking from Pennsylvania to Cumberland. In the future, we'd love to finish the Pittsburgh to DC trail and start where we left off in Cumberland and finish in DC on the C&O Canal towpath. But what's next for our next trail is an adventure at our starting point in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that episode. It will be a great way to end your trip on the Great Allegheny Passage. Until next time, let our next trail help you find your next trail.